Where do babies come from?
Where do you think they come from?
Well, I think a stork, he drops it down, and then a hole goes in your body, and there's blood everywhere coming out of your head, and then you push your belly button, and then your butt falls off, and then you hold your butt, and you have to dig, and you find the little baby.
That's exactly right.
What do you think about sex before marriage? Let's ask some people.
We're down here at PB, and so what do you think about sex before marriage?
I think for your guys' generation, since you guys are so crazy, you should stick to being a virgin. Go against the grain.
On sex before marriage.
My views on sex before marriage are if you are in love with someone, then I think it's something that you have to decide with your partner.
Okay, and do you have any advice for the youth in America?
To not be super concerned about what everyone else is thinking about you all the time, and just think for yourself and what works for you.
With sex before marriage, do you have any advice for the youth in America?
My views on sex before marriage, I think, should be, if you're taking the right precautions and it's something you and your partner kind of agree on and willing to deal with consequences and your actions. Okay. And advice for the youth. I'd just say try and be as responsible as you can when you're dealing with issues like this.
Well, I remember when I was a teenager, it was hard to say to be abstinent, but if you can't be abstinent, make sure you use protection.
You got any advice for the youth at all, or
moderation and everything?
Views on abstinence, and do you have any advice for the youth in America?
I think it should be outlawed. You're gonna do it sooner or later, man, so get your practicing down.
Views on sex before marriage, do you have any advice to
Sex before marriage is it's not it's something that is very, very complicated and very dangerous from my point of view, because it's not just a pleasure, that comes with it. It's a responsibility, and if and a lot of times, youth are not mature and don't see the consequences of this act, and we believe that we've seen many throughout history and during this lifetime that it is not safe, especially with a lot of diseases going on. A lot of youth they don't see the severity of consequences that can come after, and we believe that, or I believe that sex should be something beautiful, something sacred, between a man and a woman. It's not something that you just throw out just for pleasure. It's been it's been changed throughout history. I mean, it was always something sacred, something beautiful, and not just been more of something like taken very, very, very wrong, and we see the consequences nowadays, that when people especially the youth that just do it, just to do it, they start having babies and they become irresponsible, and now you have abortion, and you have these little lives that at a short time they've already been killed, and that is something that it's inhumane. Why? Just because the irresponsibility of what it is. Sex is not just pleasure; it's a responsibility.
So, how do you like being in the crew so far?
It's been interesting.
Told you.